So one of the questions we've gotten about working with sections in Canvas is when different assignments are created in a combined big shell, how do students know which assignments is theirs from the home page? And so assuming that means working with modules, and so if you have different assignments for a specific group of students, different class periods, not necessarily different groups of students within a class, but if you're actually off schedule from one period to the next, there are a couple of ways I can show you to start thinking about setting it up so the students can tell what assignments belong to them. And so if you are using a modules homepage, then this could be one way. Here I've got a module where you have week 1, and you could obviously put the dates there, and then you could have a daily agenda. Instead of having individual items here, you could have a daily agenda. Again, it could be dated. And with that daily agenda, you could have the common items, and then when you got down to things that were different for each class period, you could then obviously click on it, you could indent it, or just lay out that navigation so that students could easily see what belonged to them. And you could make this page look a little better. I just made it for demonstration purposes. But in this case, like I've got a quiz for first period, which has an access code, and I would not give the access code, I would give it face-to-face to first period. And then the second period quiz was linked on the agenda also, and again that second period quiz would have a different access code, and I would give that to them. You don't have to have different quizzes per class period if you're using question groups and shuffling answers, things like that, but if that's one thing that you wanted to have be different between your different class periods, and that's an easy way to do that. And so you could easily train students, if there says, here, you could have a different vocabulary activity. One thing that we've done in the past is with students who were reading different books, and this was within a class that had multiple sections, but it was students reading different books for the different sections. And so we just created one page that linked out to the vocabulary that dealt with that particular novel that they were reading on that page. But again, it just linked out per group. So you could name the courses. You could have, first period, second period. You could have it blue group, red group. You could have it named however, but that you could even do a daily agenda that would be side by side using a table where you had first period and second period, and just show the differences there. So that's one way that you could deal with using the modules, but then also showing different assignments for students, and so they would know. And so that's using those daily agendas. Another way would be to just do the traditional module, and again you could have it named, have your dates there, and just go through and have the common activities or resources, and then anytime there was something that was different for a particular class, you could have it use a text header. You could use indentation and text headers to just kind of differentiate so that students really easily were able to see, oh, this is something that I need to pay attention to here. So those are two ways within the module view that you could just differentiate assignments or distinguish assignments for students within your different class periods. Another way, and maybe a little bit more advanced as far as the Canvas users, would be to design pages and everything work off pages. And so I've designed this home page that has information that students would be able to select to get to instead of using modules. And they could also use then a daily agenda page, and I could link those daily agendas just as I did in the modules here. And so they would easily see that. And you could have a daily agenda per class period. So you could actually have like Monday, August 24th, first period, Monday, August 24th, second period, or it could be the same as what you saw earlier. And again, we could make this look prettier just doing this for demonstration purposes. So I hope that helps. I think that's 3 ways that you could easily distinguish between assignments for students in different class periods, especially given the majority of the content that you teach and the assessments that you give are going to be common. I think that will definitely help. So let me know if you have any other questions or suggestions.